first 5 minutes.
Could they go with Clinks here? You get the damage
you
versus...
want the Enchantress Clinks?
You have Enchantress Clinks. He's really good versus the Egg. With an Orchid, he can punish the Disruptor and the Phoenix very easily throughout the game. He can be super active. But Slardar... Okay, so Slardar, if you go for Clinks, obviously, because of Corrosive Haze, it can be a little bit difficult for him. But overall, he's really good versus Doom, too. If for nothing else, because of the armor. Corrosive Haze...
I wouldn't hate something like Troll Warlord. I think you want to pick something that kind of dumpsters a Slardar in lane. I don't think you can afford to give this hero a good lane this game. You don't have the save mechanic in your two supports. So if he gets off to a good start, Slardar's kind of just going to wreak havoc. So I would really prioritize the lane here myself, e.g. also being a somewhat NA team in the sense that obviously most of them actually aren't from NA, but they do play against a lot of NA teams, and a lot of those drafts are predicated on the laning stage much more so than I see in EU. It's really hard to think off the top of my head when I can't see the heroes, but Terrorblade is banned out, so that's another good option against Slardar. We could see an Illusion hero, but those aren't ideal against Mag. Like PL isn't that great. They do go for the Clinks.
They go
so
with the
Lizard,
combo.
I talked for a minute, you talked for 5 seconds, and you had more relevant information than I did.
Yeah, it's just the Enchantress Clinks combo, nothing else really. And also the Egg that kind of suffers versus this right clicker. I'm also interested in seeing where this Clinks is going to be.
Yeah, is it going to be mid or safe lane?
Yeah, is it going to be safe lane versus Slardar? Because it can be a little bit... I guess with Enchantress covering you, it can be pretty good, because you have that... you have a creep first and foremost, and then you have that slow, which is one of the best ones early on from Enchant.
Yes.
So you'll be able to dish out that damage. No, do they go with the Lina? That's my no. Because no, I don't think so. Evil Geniuses.
You need a mobile hero.
Yeah, you need a mobile hero. You need a frontliner as well. I would hate to see something.
I'll
like
give you
Lina.
even odds that it's going to be a spirit. I'm almost certain any of the spirits will come out here. I would say out of all of them, Void Spirit comes to mind the most, even though it doesn't do that great against Mag in the lane from what I've seen. I've seen it go both ways, so I'm really not 100% sure on that matchup, because in the first game it went heavily in favor of GPK on the Mag. But I do believe that matchup could go either way, and... go ahead.
Usually when I thought about that matchup, I didn't play it a lot. I would always value Magnus over Void Spirit.
Yeah.
Right, but then I saw multiple matchups in which Void Spirit would come out on top. Maybe it was just the player's skill that made the difference. Maybe it's the player that got outplayed and that's it.
I'm really thinking Slark for Team Nigma. I'm like 82% sure they're going to go Slark, unless this last pick changes it. I know it's against Doom, but it seems so good with the lineup they have, as well as against the heroes I see. There's just no stuns for it other than
Void
that.
Spirit. There you go. Good job.
Spirit. I like Slark still, but now that I got that one right, I feel like I'm like now less confident for some reason in the other one.
They do have
Jug?
many options, right? Like when it comes to Team Nigma.
All the illusion heroes are banned, so that's usually the problem with a hero like Clinks.
Is Naga banned? Yeah, it is.
And Naga's banned. Naga and Terrorblade banned second round. PL banned last round. They have very few stuns on Evil Geniuses, so some carries like the Troll could be more viable in a game like this than they normally would be. And they go for the Ursa. That was the other 18% that I was thinking with my...
They went back into the laning stage, right? They found a way to deal perhaps with this Doom, because Ursa, at least historically, was considered one of those heroes that eats Doom alive in that laning stage. However, things have changed a little bit. Ursa got nerfed quite a bit, Doom got buffed quite a bit. It might be a little bit different now.
On paper, very good against Enchantress in game because of the overpower. It's also good against Clinks. It's hard to describe that matchup specifically.
It depends. If Clinks rushes Orchid, it can be really difficult for Ursa.
Yeah, so Void Spirit should be going Yules. I'm going to favor EG again, even after the second game. But I know I probably just took away the one line Slash was going to say this entire panel, so I'll just let him be silent and say what he has to say with his body language.
And you?
I will stay with the Evil Geniuses.
So be it. The oracles have provided their insight, nearly identical in their predictions. but only one team shall taketh power today. It is Game 3, and whoever can take this series will receive unlimited power for the rest of the tournament. The time has come. Away with predictions and talk, and only action and talk from the casters. Go forth, Pixel Boy and Lacoste and Torrent.
Well, yeah, unlimited power on the line. That's quite the prize for whichever team's going to take this one away. I mean, it has been a great series so far. 1-1, of course, right now between EG and Nigma as we get ourselves into this third game. And the drafts, the cost, anything sort of stand out to you as being particularly strong from either side here?
The Clanks and Chances combo. Alliance ran it a couple of days ago. Like, this is, I think, one of the strongest combos right now, besides like the Darkseer, Grimstroke, +1, you name it. We've seen the Batrider in the previous game, Spirit Breaker. But this could be really potent, you know? It's serious amount of damage that you kind of don't expect to happen in a short period of time.
Yeah. What do you think sort of about the approach from Nigma here, coming in with that last pick Ursa? You know, is this a game that you sort of look at and you can see a lot of ways that the Ursa can succeed?
Yeah, it's a good laner. Against the Doom. Doom has very low armor, and Ursa is just physical damage. They also needed a hero that Clinks is kind of, you know, afraid of, and that's Ursa. They also need what Panel talked about. They need a hero that's going to rush Orchid, either Clinks or that Void Spirit, because Ursa really does not like to play into any kind of silence.
And the real question is GPK going to be all right? Because I feel last game we did sort of see the mental psychology, the plays from Nigma in an attempt to sort of tilt GPK off his game. Do you think he's going to be able to reset and come back into game 3 here with sort of a cool head?
Possibly, like if they fix the brakes on him, because man, he went full throttle in that one. You know, just that no one could leash him. He was just off the charts. But he definitely played extremely good, like first 15 minutes.
I mean, it was sort of like the best 15 minutes of a Storm we've seen in a while, and then, you know, I mean, it is one of those heroes, right, where we've all been there. When you're having that good of a start, it's very hard to sort of stop and calm down. You know, when you're getting that much out of control, you just keep going and going, and next thing you know, you've just gone a little too hard.
It happens. It happens to all of us. You know, they just felt like they were invincible at that point. You know, we can get this. Suddenly you see your hero, well, shit, I'm out of mana, and you die. Also, diving tier 1 and tier 2 towers that early on, you know, it could be a bit tricky, especially with the buybacks on your position 4s and 5s, and also short respawn timer.
One thing that's going to be interesting to see as well this game is, I feel like without a doubt, right, you look at Nigma's lineup and they do have this pretty incredible team fight. Is that something that the EG is going to be able to deal with, this whole sort of, you know, disrupt Phoenix combo here when the 5v5 start going down?
It's actually a sick wombo combo that they have. You have Phoenix, you have Mag, and Disruptor. So you have great ways of protecting the egg. We could also see, you know, Phoenix just diving in, forcing them to group around. The only hero that is good against the egg is that Clinks. But, like, Clinks does not like to play into, like, any kind of silence. They have RP, they have Ursa. Also, I want to see what kind of item build Ursa is going to go for this game. If they want to play it fast, like, it's just going to be, like, phase drums into a Basher.
Yeah, we'll see what sort of approach Miracle wants to take as we get ourselves in, ladies and gentlemen. Game 3 now of EG versus Nigma. Let's see who's going to be able to take this series away with themselves. As we saw both games, game 1 definitely the sort of closer of the two in terms of the entirety of it being drawn out. And then game 2, very much EG showing us how they can smash the lanes, and Nigma showing us how they can construct a comeback. So let's see what we're going to see in this third game. EG coming in with a 5-man smoke. They are going to be able to get the grab on GH. Got the level 1 dive ready to go to get himself away and out of the action that EG was trying to bring. So we'll live, but doesn't mean that he has the level 1 dive here.
This is the build on Phoenix. Look at his HP, 800, crown, and 3 branches. So
Tanky boy.
Yeah, whenever they pick up bounty, he's going to bring some extra regen to the lane, but feels pretty unkillable. I think he has the most HP. Maybe Slayer has more. Nope, just kidding.
No, you're right. That's a lot of strength, a lot of HP on Mr. GH. Let's get into the lanes. We'll see what sort of matchups we get. Looks like with the info that they have down here, Miracle is starting to head towards top. I mean, I guess what is this Ursa? What are you trying to do? Are you trying to get into the lane against the Doom?
Yeah, I guess that's what you want to do. Like, you do not want to lane Ursa against Clanks that just feels suicidal.
Well, I mean, it is true because they just see the 5 of them. I guess because they felt the numbers were there that wouldn't be the case. GH is going to have to TP out of this one. We'll make it back to base. And as the lanes start to sell, we'll see Crit head down towards the bottom. Miracle, as you say, he's going to find himself against that Clinks lane. We'll see if he, you know, how so they switch that up, or if that's something that Miracle doesn't mind. But as you would imagine, yeah, with that Orb of Venom that he took out to lane, he was maybe hoping for a melee hero to hit.
Maybe they were just hoping that, you know, EG will know that they're gonna do the switch, and they just keep it simple. That's definitely not good for Ursa. Like, he's not gonna get much out of that lane. Clanks will just keep right-clicking him.
Yeah, especially with the Enchantress up here as well. The two of them are going to do their best at punching him back. We're going to see RMN head up on the Disruptor to help things out. And then here in the mid lane, GPK's Void Spirit against WeHa's Magnus. Which is going to be interesting to see, which, worth noting, of course, this is the exact mirror of what we saw in Game 1, where we got to see GPK Magnus against the WeHa Void Spirit.
Okay, we did not see that. Just move the camera to the bottom lane, pretend it did not happen. And this is the build. Like, Raid Band is just the best out of 3. Ursa, what's his CS? 2? That's very low. Like, it's gonna just become much, much harder for Ursa to actually play that lane.
We are getting very low here in the mid lane. Has got a salve out, but it looks like so far in the first few waves, GPK has been doing an excellent job of just getting the punches in on the Magnus. Also a fair few denies in that mid lane. 7 for 5 against the 5 for 0. Top Fly away with a TP. But we are seeing already the 3 lanes, particularly that mid and top, going very, very nicely for EG. And just interesting that they aren't making any sort of attempt to switch the lanes round. I guess it's just very hard to do right. You know that if you do move like that, EG are almost certainly going to respond. But does mean that you have to start this game off with a very tough start for this Ursa.
He has a steroid in this game. You have Magnus in your team, so you're going to get the farm eventually. But you can see by the items that he has. He has Orb of Venom.
Yeah.
So he kind of expected to play against Doom, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, with this lane setup, he's not getting any sort of hits onto the two of them. I mean, sure, he did manage to get a punch in onto Fly, but Fly each and every time with the TP will be able to play his way away from the lane. And any time and resources spent on trying to go on Fly is just going to mean continued, uninterrupted.
There's a free item, just take that butterfly.
I might need it. That's mid lane. WeHa, we'll see if he's able to get a cheeky skewer onto GPK. Was trying earlier to get the grab around. Not opting for a point quite yet on Shockwave, which can of course help with that setup for the skewer back.
Oh, that was close.
And GPK, he's really beaten down on We Are in the mid lane. As top lane, Fly finding the first blood onto RMN there. These lanes they're off to a very rough start. I mean, it's just top lane, 13-7 against the 5 for 0. Mid, 13-7 against the 7 for 1.
This is what we've seen in game number 2, where, you know, Nigma just got completely stumped. They lost all 3 lanes, but still managed to make a comeback.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's, as you say, it worked for them in the second game. Maybe that's their strategical plan here again in game 3.
Do you think anyone ever said, like, yeah, we're just gonna lose the laning stage and then we're gonna stomp them?
Oh? I mean, they got the kill. They were able to get the kill onto Arteezy. I mean, not something you necessarily expect out of that lane, but they do. They're able to actually run down the Clinks. Sure, Miracle dies for it, but yeah, at least able to sort of take Arteezy out and get the kill on a hero that's out-CSing you by easily double in that lane.
Clinks is such a slow hero, you know. He does not like to have any heroes that can get on top of him. And there's also no like real range heroes that he benefit from Strife.
No, you're right. There's not any sort of range projectiles that's going to sort of help dodge. That's mid lane. I'm going to see some movements around the 4-minute rune spawns. It is going to be bottom. Doesn't mean that Crit will be able to maintain control of it. Actually, just kidding. GH, he swoops in and grabs it for himself. As now, the lift up there onto GH. Of course, diving in like this, he's put himself in a little bit of a dangerous position. He's got a Fairy Fire, but with the Resonant Pulse and one final right-click, GPA will be able to slice him down.
Meanwhile, in the top lane, they managed to kill Fly. So this Ursa...
They're getting kills.
I mean, Ursa has 7 CS. Klinks has 23 and 8, but yeah, they're getting kills.
Yeah. I mean, it's you got to look at Mr. RMN. You know, he's the man making the magic happen. He's on this Disruptor, and he's been able to offer up the control that's allowed Miracle to get in. You see them turn onto RMN, but there's backup here from Nigma. GH dives in. RMN will fall, but with GH coming in, they're going to be able to set up to kill off RTZ again. So even sort of in his dying breath, RMN just setting up.
He used the salve. Now way you're clicking him. It's level 2 Fiery Spirit, so Nigma should be able to pick up 2 bounty runes. Bottom lane is just 1 versus 1 battle at the moment. Still, EG ahead of them by 1k.
Yeah, I mean, EG's getting the creeps, but Nigma, especially with those plays up top, that they're finding the kills very early on. You know, that's just sort of as a hero, it doesn't, not necessarily the biggest of creep hitters, apart from when he goes for that Battle Fury build. It's all about killing the heroes, but this is really Nigma taking it to another level. This Miracle Ursa just 13 CS at 5 minutes, but he's getting involved in a lot of action thanks to RMN.
GPK is level 6.
GH.
He's out of mana. All right, does not want to die. 1 Fairy Fire. GPK, you know, after that last game, he does not want to throw.
No.
Had only 1 Astral Step charge.
Yeah, would have
If
been.
it was 2, yeah, he would definitely go for a kill.
See bottom, Ramses trying to chase down Mind Control, but Mind Control a little too speedy with the sprint. Is out and away, 6-minute rune comes up, and GPK will be able to grab it. So it spawns down bottom. Top lane, a bit of pressure onto Miracle to shove him outside of the lane. And that will be that. He's out of there, he's going to take the walk back to base. 4-4-4, 1k lead for EG. Another sort of great back and forth start. And EG, as we say, they do have that sort of CS advantage, but Nigma, they're making some smart moves to keep themselves in it by keeping equal with the kills.
A little bit of detours. We're going to watch the map, see if we can find anything. What if there's like something hidden in the map?
Well, I remember,
like an Easter egg.
I can't remember who said this, but I remember being at some sort of event and someone did say there are still secrets that haven't been found by the community. Now, I don't know if they were sort of, you know, talking rubbish to me, and this was many years ago, but it is fascinating and exciting to think that maybe something's still hidden in plain sight that people just haven't found yet.
Yeah, have you tried cutting every single tree down?
No. There we go. Do that and
try it. If you find something, tweet at me.
Poor person's gonna sit there for hours. I don't know how long it takes. I don't know the most efficient way would be to do that.
I think you need all like 5 heroes on both teams to
yes,
actually cut it down.
You have to do this in a ranked game.
Yeah.
Your teammates will love you.
It's for the science. It doesn't matter if you lose MMR.
Yeah, exactly. Think of the secrets that await. There's bottom. Chase on to Crit. Into the trees they go. They've got Crit. Won't be able to go for Ramses. He's a little too tanky. In fact, turning it around a bit with the Scorched Earth onto Mind Control. But again, Mind Control will live. He's got a salve out as well, so he'll be able to keep himself in the lane.
You see both of these offlaners, like Ramses having phase boots and going for extra wind lace for some movement speed. Same goes for Mind Control. You know, boots of speed, extra wind lace. Just wants to be able to outrun that Doom.
Top lane, gang coming in from GPK, but he's off the mark with the Remnant. We'll try and jump in with the step onto Miracle. Glimpse is going to tear him away. GPK.
Someone stop him. He needs to go back.
Yeah, that initial Remnant miss, unfortunately, meaning that they didn't have quite enough control and damage to burst through Miracle. Miracle's going to be fine. Allows them to put a bit of pressure onto the tier 1 tower top. RTZ stunning, closing on the 6. It's bottom lane. Dive in as well as the bashes onto Ramses. Mind control. He's going to try and chase this, but again, the movement speed of this Doom just far too speedy for Mind control to chase down in a 1v1.
Both of these teams using so many resources on flasks. Just to, you know, keep the heroes healthy and alive.
Lots of effort put onto keeping them in the lane.
Arteezy getting closer to level 6. This is where the combo starts. Like, you enchant one of the creeps, and then suddenly you have like 1,000 damage on Clinks.
And you like this from Arteezy as well, going for the full greed build, rushing the Midas on Clinks this game?
Is he really going for
He's got Midas queued up on Clinks.
Well, that's... I don't know if that's the play. Yeah.
I mean, because, yeah, you were saying you would like to see what, like an early Orchid, right? Getting aggressive onto the Ursa.
Yeah, especially against the Ursa.
Yeah.
Like, so with this kind of a build,
yeah,
you're just, you know, playing for the late game, but I don't think you need more attack speed or just levels on Clinks. Like, he's committing.
He's got that gloves on the way, so... I mean, if he's going to have the option to farm, he's always going to take it, Arteezy. So we'll see how this one pans out for him. The Midas Clinks in play.
So this is the combo. Enchantress goes for a creep, and then he uses Hand of Midas, and Enchantress does not get it. And then he can't eat it with the dead pack.
Yeah, that's true. He's got to be careful about which ability he uses to consume those creeps. Pullbacks there with the Remnant onto Miracle. Mind Control is going to be able to get him with the Crush onto Fly. Skura as well. Whoa, Weeheart. An RP onto the dead body of Fly. Won't really do much for him at all. GH ends up dying.
Arteezy's on Mac.
In the pit. He's running him down. And you're right, Weeheart, after committing with that skewer and unnecessary RP, he just handed himself up for Arteezy to get the freebie. As Arteezy gets the kill over in the river, Crit and Ramsey's trying to chase down Mind Control. Won't be able to get the catch on him though with the sprint. He's out and away through that river. As EG, they'll come out on top of that one, as a whiff spell or two means it's an easy cleanup for Evil Geniuses.
It's a 2k gold advantage for EG, but a lot of that gold comes from Doom. You know, just devouring creeps, that extra gold that he gets. Bounty rune spawning. Slardar wants to contest, like he wants to grab it, and he actually gets it. So, still gonna be 2 for 2.
Oh, see, the fight is going to continue here as the dives there, potentially onto Fly. They get the glimpse back from RMN, dragging Fly back into the clutches of Mind Control. Crush down on the Enchantress, ends her life. And Miracle, as you said, going to go for this fast-paced treads into Drums build, ready to run down hero after hero. They're going to turn over towards Ramses. GPK with the Remnant pulls back Miracle, but Mind Control. Miracle, they still commit in deep onto the Doom. Ramses, he's too fast though. Miracle cannot chase him down. He's tried his best to jump in, but they dove too far. The X is going to come out, but they'll take it out easily. The Doom's been dropped down onto the Magnus. Nigma, far too aggressive here, diving in. They've lost 3. They're going to lose more.
That's going to be a whole team wipe.
He's going to get the Ultra.
Man, he wishes that was the old Clinks, you know, just getting 20 damage out of that. I can see Cred being extremely mad once again.
And is that the recipe then coming out there? I mean, he deserves it.
Oh my god.
He absolutely deserves it.
He bought gloves like 2 minutes ago, and suddenly he has Hand of Midas.
Is that real? Has he actually got it? I mean, it must be right, unless he's opted for something else with that Sage's class.
No, it's definitely Midas.
I mean, yeah, at that point, you're like, Arteezy, you build whatever you want, my beautiful man. You've just picked yourself up an ultra kill at 11 minutes in. And it is.
And 2 clarities on top of that.
Yeah, he's time to celebrate there for Arteezy. As top lane, we are gonna RP, but he's not gonna kill them. As okay,
he might die. Yeah, he's dead.
He's very dead.
Okay.
Or maybe not. All right, he lives, but RP's down for 2 minutes, so again, another thing for EG to smile about.
That was so aggressive from Nigma. I felt like they forgot that they don't have Darkseer Batrider.
Yeah, it felt a little awkward. They sort of got themselves between the tier 1 and the tier 2, and it kind of felt they collectively were like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
They just, what are we doing?
And I love what the EG did in this game. Like, they picked Rubik and the Doom, so the Doom cannot be stolen.
Yeah.
That's one way to, you know, just counter yourself.
We did, Ramses needs that. You know, the other game, he did give it away a few too many times, so this time the drafting of EG making sure that vulnerability wasn't to be there this game. Yeah, 12-7, a 4K lead. And with this Midas on the Clinks and the Devour on the Doom, you've got multiple heroes that are going to be munching their way to some pretty juicy net worths. As Nigma, with this lineup, they really can't afford to dive in and lose fights like that. Really shakes off their momentum.
So he just ate a tomato creep. I want to check the damage and the HP. Production, if you please can click on Clinks. And the damage, yeah, 82 plus 70. And he's sitting at 1700 HP.
Not bad.
That's insane.
Not bad. For 13 minutes in, no items. That's a...
What do you mean no items? Oh, he just got a magic wand.
Oh, okay.
You know, he wants to keep fighting now.
Midas ready to go again in 10 seconds. This money is going to continue to roll in for Artur. It's not going to mind control, but it's definitely one of the harder targets for him to take.
It's one of those games where, you know, just Hand of Midas, it's going to look good because he got it at decent timing.
Yeah,
but if they lost that fight somehow, like, he would not get it for the next, like, 5 minutes. Possibly.
No, yeah, regardless of what hero he was on, if Arteezy's getting an ultra kill at 11 minutes and he hasn't spent his gold, he's treating himself to a Midas, and, you know, as I say, it was very well deserved. So we go. Smoke from EG around mid. Who are they going to find? GH is going to dive in, try and grab away that rune. They pay with his life, though. As with the dive already expended, he's got no further escape. Quick kill there off the back of that smoke from EG. As, I mean, Nigma, we saw them do it in Game 2 when they were sort of 5k behind at this stage. I guess they want another challenge. Let's see if they can do it in Game 3 here whilst playing from behind.
Yeah, this is at 5k. Now they need to stop, you know, giving away kills and just go full backwards.
Yeah. This is the number it sat at before they were able to spin it around in Game 2. So let's see if, you know, again, maybe this was the strategy all along from Nigma, just to try and recreate the scenario of the second game of the series.
Yeah. I mean, they have RMN coach playing, so he's probably, you know, writing down every single kill, how much is worth it, then doing the maths. Okay, this is at 5k, we just hit it, you know, time to stop feeding, and let's play serious now.
Yeah, that's, you know, RMN is a very strong coach. You know, rumor has it that he, you know, before they get a kill, he'll ask how much money the hero's going to give, and if his teammate answers incorrectly, then
they don't go for a kill.
Yeah,
like, that's it. They're not getting the last hit.
Terrible things happen. So you've got to know your maths if you want to impress RMN. As you know, for sure though, on his disruptor, we've seen in the series. It was the series against Alliance. He had some spectacular mid-game plays with the control that he can offer.
RMN was getting a lot of you know, criticism from the community when Nigma was not playing well. Then he shows up and just plays like a complete god.
Yeah, he's going to have to do it this game, though. As this game, not an easy one. GH.
Balance in all things.
All right.
He's out.
Yeah, going to new heights there up that cliff. Back on mid. On control. Gonna poke on GPK. Rune spotted out. That'll be another power rune for...
No, that's a great rune. You know, just removing the either Thunderstrike, Fiery Spirits, Corrosive Haze, anything. How could we even have Illusion Rune that it did not do anything? Like, it was good for juking. All right, I'm just trying to bait with the Illusion. That's pretty much it. Fly, gonna dispel that Overpower.
Just not fair.
There we go, Echo Saber. The good old counter to the Untouchable. 2 quick, swift hits that that passive ain't gonna do anything about at all. Arteezy on the prowl on mid. EG. Seeing if they can get a wraparound onto mind control, or at the least just take the tier 1 tower. They'll show up, commit. TPs are going to come in as Weeheart is about. Does he want to try and go for any sort of grab? He's going to skewer it in aggressively.
Go for it. Go for blind RP.
I mean, they're going to turn on him. They're going to lift him back. The Static Storm is down, but Ramses, he's already got his BKB. He drops it, commits with the Doom onto the Magnus.
Nice Yule Scepter.
Weeheart is out of the fight. The Glimpse will try and pull back GPK. Ramses is able to continue to chase down GH. They'll look. They won't even get the chance to look for a denies. Arteezy's damage is far too much. RMN's trying to run a stolen skewer from Crit. Runs him over. As EG making easy moves around the mid, getting some pressure very early on to this tier 2 tower. This lead getting rather sizable now for Evil Geniuses.
It feels like Nigma does not have a good read on how EG is ahead. You know, they're 7k gold ahead. This Kling does serious amount of damage. I believe that's a full Deso coming on him 17 minutes in.
Oh boy.
And this Doom.
Oh boy.
BKB, drums, and the phase boots. Like, how are you going to stop him?
Yeah, you can't. I mean, your physical damage, I mean, if you get the corrosive down and Miracle's able to punch him, maybe, but Miracle's not that, he's not at the point where he's really ready to fight. He's still pretty weak. They get the grab onto mind control. Miracle tries to step forward, but it's into a stun. He'll get the ult off, tries to focus down Arteezy. Arteezy on the run. Arteezy falling low. They bring down the Clinks. The Supernova gets taken out immediately by EG. And Nigma, they may have killed the Clinks, but they've lost 4 heroes for it. They're even trying to dive in a bit onto Weehaw. They won't go any further. Weehaw will be able to live. But these fights are just too tough for Nigma to take right now.
Where was Weehaw in that fight? Saving the RP for the game 4. Oh wait, this is not the best of 5. This is
it wasn't
the
there.
last game.
He's near it. Oh no. He should have gone back. He didn't.
You expect him to go back. You know, everyone is pretty low, but they still go for a sneaky play, delaying his Blink Dagger.
Yeah, he was getting close. He's about 1,800 gold into it. Really needing that Blink. They need some sort of way to make the counter plays. And I mean, if they can find it, if they do get that Kinetic Field, Static Storm, or RP to set things up, they do still have that very strong team fight. On top of that as well, GH has got a Meteor Hammer finished. But as you say, with the BKB on Ramses and with the insane amount of fun that EG's cores have, these fights are just going to be so hard for Nigma to play. You know, if the last game was sort of put on hard difficulty after the laning stage, this one's on insane.
Oh my god, this damage, he just smells. And they have enough, they're going to go for Roche. They definitely have enough.
Yeah, why not? Arteezy hits like an absolute madman right now.
340 damage with the Deso, and the Enchantress can easily just tank the Roche. There's a Meteor Hammer play.
All right, bit of a poke. But RMN, he's getting jumped on. GPK, this incredibly agile hero, won't be able to continue quite yet. The Static Storm comes to an end though, and GPK persists. Make sure there's no interference from Nigma around the pit as the space is there for EG to finish it off and Arteezy to claim the Aegis.
Oh, he also has the Imp Claw on the Clanks. They might get 4 bounty runes, so this is gonna snowball so heavily. Crit getting a Blink Dagger. You have Doom, I believe he's also going for 1. It's gonna be very tough for them to actually take a fight right now.
Oh, down bottom, mind control. Well, will manage to get himself out of the stolen Static Storm. Does Weehaw have that Blink yet? He must have it. Must have it about now. So they've got that jump. He's going to go for the solo skewer onto Ramses. Instant BKB from Ramses. No messing around. In fact, he's going to turn towards Weehaw. GPK thinking about chasing this. Has been Corrosive Haste. He's going to go in aggressively with the Astral Step. Bringing Weehaw low. Just to buy the Yules, Weehaw is going to skewer away, but the jump forward, oh,
the skewer back!
The counterplay, beautiful stuff here from the Rubik. The Doom's down on Miracle. Oh, they're getting run over pretty hard right now, Nigma. EG coming in at the sort of the highest of class here in Game 3.
I love how Ramses was just holding on to that Doom. Like, he could have easily used it on Magnus, but did not want another skewer play from Crit.
Yeah, Crit. He's just coming in with infinitely better skewers than we've seen from Weehaw this game. He's struggled this time on the Magnus.
Crit is the best position for a player in the world, only because Lil does not have a team.
Well, there we go. Big praise there. Big praise indeed, and definitely after a performance like this, certainly warranted. They're 16k up. Yeah, EG. I mean, well, Nigma, they're going to be looking back, and they're probably still saying why about that dive early on behind the tier 1 mid. That really was the start to the end of this.
It was just a game-losing play. You know, everything went EG way. This is one of the desperation smokes.
Oh, that's easy.
Still Aegis on Clay.
He's just diving in. He dispels the whole smoke himself. He takes down RMN in a couple of hits. There's the telekinesis onto the Phoenix. He gets the Supernova out. Skewer across to the side. Can they kill the egg? They'll turn. They'll focus it down. It's gone. There'll be a buyback from GH. Mind controlling with the 2-man crush on the back. But they're in. Weehaw, RP on 3. Is there any damage follow-up? There is not. Weehaw's going to go down. 4 dead on Nigma. No buybacks on the 4 of them. GH trying to dive away, but the impetus chases him through. A fade bolt from Crit to the back wipes the side of Nigma as they're all dead. EG up to the high ground.
I don't think they're gonna give up. like, they're gonna lose another side, and that was such a big play from Klinks, you know, breaking the smoke, killing the Disruptor before he could get any spells off.
I mean, you could feel it there, the fact that Arteezy was able to just sneak in to the midst of the fight with them, no sort of detection thrown out. The panic was very apparent from Nigma.
He pulled a little sneaky on them.
And they were not ready for that one bit. BKB complete for Arteezy as well. Not that he was really having any trouble anyway surviving in these fights. He's been doing just fine. But now, with that magic immunity, he's going to be just a whole another sort of problem to take down. They don't have much to go through that BKB. As they're down 21k. A 21k lead here, just 23 minutes in from EG.
This is going to be such a huge item. Void Spirit, Yule Scepter. How many clutch Yule Scepters did he cast on like Phoenix mid-diving during the Skewer or just controlling the Ursa? And now he has a full Aghanim Scepter with the Arcane Rune. So AoE silence, 2 charges. Like Mag's going to die once again.
Yeah, it's just all too easy for them to get these kills. One by one they fall. The Static Storm's there onto the Void Spirit, but again, he's able to buy time with the Yules up. GPK, he's away. Does get hit by the stun, but Mind Control falls. Ramses drops the Doom down onto Miracle. It's all getting so incredibly messy. Crit again, I believe, with a stolen Skewer, bringing back in GH.
You know what I say, Owen? When it's time to call it, it's time to call it. They just got team wiped once again. I don't think they can take another fight. Almost 400 damage on Klinks, 24 minutes in. Not too bad, huh?
Yeah, not too bad at all. Nearly level 18 on top of that as well, Arteezy. They're holding on Nigma. They've probably got one final attempt at a fight in them. They have the RP, they have the Supernova, but they are getting mega creeped here at 24 minutes by EG. Let's see what Nigma has left, as this will be the final shot. They try, they get the 3-man RP, but this Resonant Pulse silence just stopping any follow-up crush. They're getting killed off right by the fountain. Miracle will pop the ult, try and turn towards Ramses. GH healing him up. He is burning GPK, will manage to kill the Void Spirit. Does something, a buyback from RMN. Can they catch more out of this? They get the glimpse back onto Arteezy. He's trapped in the kinetic field. Miracle tries to commit, but the telekinesis will halt his attempt. He looks to jump back, actually goes back towards Arteezy. Miracle now going for the refuel. GH
losing
goes for the Sunray. He did get the 2-man Meteor Hammer onto the 2 of them. They have killed the Klinks, but they'll lose RMN. Miracle does also get the pickup onto Fly. Crit out just in time with the TP. Won't burn to the Fire Spirits. The game not to be called quite yet. Nigma, they do kill off 3.
I think they're going to try to go into Roche, but the super creeps, mega creeps are approaching, so that's going to be a huge issue for them.
I mean, they're trying their best to hold on, honestly. If we're in any sort of world where Nigma's able to make a comeback here, this would be one of the most insane ones you'll ever see. So I wouldn't get your hopes up too high, as this is so hard now for Nigma to turn around. They're dealing with mega creeps. EG still with a 25k gold lead at just 25 minutes in.
I mean, they could not take a fight without the mega creeps. What's the play here? I see Ursa queuing up Battle Fury just to deal with the mega creeps, and he's getting close, just 1,000 gold away.
I mean, if they did it once, maybe they can do it again, that sort of a fight. That last one only requiring the extra resource of RMN and his buyback. Everybody else just doing that with the 1 life. And GH, I mean, he's pulling out some cute plays. We are seeing the dive Meteor Hammer catching a couple of heroes each time in the fight. So, and now with the Halberd, he's got another effort to offer his bottom lane. Doom will be dropped.
Gotta kill him with style, you know. Yule Scepter into Remnant. Pretend like you're not there.
Miracle having to pop the ult to get away. Also the Static Storm being used to contain Arteezy. CEG, they could just go over the finishing blow now. They've got 5 versus 4.
500 damage on Klinks. I don't think Crit is gonna make another tweet about the hero after this game.
I think you're right. I think he's gonna be pretty happy with how it's been fine-tuned right now. As the grabs in onto RMN, pulled back by the Remnant. A Supernova will be dropped down. It did disarm the Klinks as well. He's got the strafe. It's not enough to take out the egg. It's going to be successful. The Supernova stun kills off the 2 of them. Doesn't catch anyone with the skewer though. Dives away. Take the red blocks here for. I mean, they're holding yet again. I mean, honestly, GH just coming in with these spirits, with the halberd. You know, I feel like it's only a GH Phoenix that sort of stands there against a 5-man push of a team on his own and says, I'm going to get this supernova off. He is managing to control them as this Phoenix.
Sometimes it really feels like that, but the Roche is going to spawn. Let's see. Oh, it's a long spawn. Almost full 3 minutes. Like, if EG wants to take this one safely, you know, just wait for the Roche, but you're 25k gold ahead of them.
Yeah, still an incredible lead here from EG, but definite, very slight signs of life from Nigma as they do manage to repel EG for the second time.
This is a dope item on Klink's Enchanted Quiver. Also, there's a double damage on the bottom.
Looks like the plan for the team here, just getting as many halberds online as they can. I think the key component of them winning those last few fights is keeping the egg alive, so they've got enough disarms to spare.
He's going to give him bottle to bottle up that DD, regen some mana. 2 minutes until the next Roche. Only hero with the buyback at the moment is Void Spirit.
Yeah, we've got slowly got the ones coming back online for Nigma. They themselves, they've got 2 more available, Miracle and WeHa just 600 gold off it. Whereas EG, I mean, again, themselves, as long as they get like one fight, sort of 1 or 2 kills collectively in a fight, they'll have the money for buybacks on their heroes. Not that they should need it. You know, EG still sitting very comfortable with all tier 2s, even a tier 1 up on the bottom lane.
It's just a free Roche for EG. They can't outpush the lanes. They're playing against the Mega Creeps. Yeah. Eventually, the lanes are going to get pushed. Still, Ursa went for that Battle Fury as a second item to be able to deal with the Mega Creeps on top of Empower, so he kills them without receiving any damage.
And if you're Nigma and you do get the sense of EG backing up and going for the Roshan, can you go out and try and fight them there, or do you just have to wait in the base?
You need to go.
You gotta go. Okay.
They don't have a glyph. That's one of the issues that they're facing right now. I believe they have 1 smoke left, and this is like the Hail Mary play for them.
Buyback status slowly getting better for Nigma. You've got a second life on GH. Shadowblade's going to be picked up by WeHa. Trying to allow him to get a better attempt at getting him. Mind Control's been able to farm over here quite peacefully for a while. Will get punished here, though, as GPK and Fly hunt him down. Finally put an end. He's been able to take a fair few of those Ancients once he was out on the map. Smoke up from WeHa and RMN. May have been a little opportunity to try and hunt whilst they were killing off Mind Control elsewhere, but doesn't look like they'll have the time to do so. They'll sit up inside the base, 30 seconds and Mind Control's back. As EG, I think as you pointed out, definitely just playing a little reserve, saying, hey, you know what? If they don't want to call it, they want to keep playing on, we'll just wait for Roshan, take the easy route out.
And Roche is there. They're scouting things out.
Yeah.
With the Courier, Solar Crest. Yeah, this Roche goes down so quickly. When they bring the heroes, I don't think Doom can solo it.
No, yeah, they're going to need Artel. And he goes with the DD. Roshan not going to stand.
Look at those crits.
Very nice. 1,600 crits here from the Klinks. Aegis into the hands of Arteezy as GPK grabs the cheese. And now, what should be a simple ending for EG. We'll see if they get that simple ending that they expect. WeHa is waiting with the Shadow Blade. They do get the initial jump onto Arteezy. The backlines, WeHa's got the RP onto the 2 of them, dragging them both into the Static Storm. Fly getting low, but he's able to force himself out to the side. Fly will live. Arteezy's already picked up the kill on Mind Control, and RMN turns back over towards Miracle. It's a triple kill for Arteezy. 4 of them dead and gone. This time the egg will fall. It's not going to be successful. GH will buy back, but 1 versus 5. There's nothing you can do to stop this game from coming to an end as EG clean him up. Another ultra kill to end this one as Arteezy finishes it off with a bang. GG is called, and Evil Geniuses will finally take this game.